Hey story lovers. If you're into mystery, suspense, and unexpected twists, you're in the right place. Hit subscribe, relax, and let's dive into today's story. Lucas Blackwell wasn't just another billionaire. He was the name behind Blackwell Global, a towering empire of tech, power, and silence. Coldly admired. Fiercely envied. He ruled boardrooms with an iron mind and walked through Manhattan with the air of a man untouchable. Until the night she walked into his gala. Emma Cole wasn't supposed to be there. She wore a simple black dress, cheap fabric among a sea of couture, but it wasn't the dress that turned heads. It was her eyes. Haunted, unafraid, and piercing through Lucas like she saw something the world didn't. She didn't try to impress him. Didn't laugh at his carefully curated jokes. When he asked what she did for a living, she simply said, "I survive." No last name. No obvious connections. No pretenses. And yet, by the end of the night, Lucas had given her his number. Not out of charity. Out of curiosity. Out of hunger. Whispers followed. Gold digger. Opportunist. She's not one of us. His board warned him. Friends pulled him aside. But Lucas wasn't interested in their noise. He wanted to know why a woman with nothing didn't fear a man who had everything. That's what made her dangerous. That's what made her irresistible. Their romance bloomed in shadows. Private dinners. Silent car rides. Long, electric stairs across rooftop lounges. Emma never asked for gifts. Never begged for access. But she also never spoke about her past. Lucas noticed. She always changed the subject when family came up. Her apartment had no photographs. Her voice cracked whenever someone mentioned legacy. One night, after she fell asleep in his arms, Lucas walked into her bathroom and found a bottle of antidepressants tucked under a towel. Not a crime, but a sign. Of pain. Of something broken. The next morning, he asked her, "What are you running from?" She smiled, slow, sad. "You're used to answers, Lucas. I'm not ready to give them." He let it go. For a while. But the silence itched? So he did what powerful men do, he had her investigated. What came back wasn't criminal. But it was heavy. Emma Cole's real name was Emma Langston. Daughter of Harold Langston, a once rising tech pioneer crushed under allegations of intellectual theft, claims that had come from none other than Blackwell Global, under Lucas's father, Gregory Blackwell. Harold Langston had died bankrupt. Shamed. And left behind a teenage daughter who disappeared from every database, every friend group, every traceable trail. She hadn't just walked into Lucas's life. She had walked into the empire that had destroyed hers. Lucas confronted her. Not with rage, but with disappointment. "You should have told me," he said. Emma didn't cry. She didn't defend herself. She just nodded. "I didn't come to destroy you, Lucas. I came to see the face of the man who became everything my father wasn't allowed to be." Her voice didn't shake. "At first, I wanted revenge. I thought if I got close to you, I'd find weakness. Proof that your empire was built on someone else's ruin. But instead, I found you. The man. Not the machine." Lucas didn't speak. Emma looked down. "Do you hate me now?" He wanted to. He should have. But the part of him that knew the truth, that his father had crushed smaller men to rise, that maybe Harold Langston wasn't guilty at all, that part ached with guilt. "I don't hate you," he said quietly. "But I don't know what's real anymore." Emma turned to leave. "That makes two of us." Secrets have a way of leaking, especially when enemies are watching. 3 weeks after Emma's confession, headlines exploded. Gold digger exposed, woman dating Lucas Blackwell is daughter of tech rival ruined by Blackwell empire. The media tore her apart. Old photos. School records. Paparazzi outside her building. Journalists demanding answers. Worse, Lucas's board went into panic mode. Investors backed out. Stocks dipped. Rumors swirled. Was this all a plot? Was Emma a plant? Had Lucas compromised his empire for a girl with a grudge? One of Lucas's top executives, secretly vying for power, fed more dirt to the press. "He let a Langston into the heart of Blackwell," he whispered. "He's blinded. Weak." The board gave Lucas an ultimatum: cut ties with Emma and publicly denounce her, or step down. Lucas didn't answer right away. He went to Emma's apartment instead. She opened the door slowly, eyes dark from crying, hair unbrushed, soul raw. "I told you this would happen," she whispered. He looked at her, silent. "I'm leaving the city," she continued. "Maybe the country. I won't be the reason you lose what your father built." Lucas shook his head. He didn't build it alone. And he didn't build it clean. Emma stared at him. "I should have lost everything the moment I lied to you," she said. "But somehow, I'm losing you for telling the truth." At the next press conference, Lucas stood before a wall of cameras. He looked immaculate, tailored suit, clean-shaven, eyes burning. But what he said shocked the world. Yes, he admitted, Emma Langston was once my father's enemy's daughter. But she is not a gold digger. She is not a threat. She is the only person who ever saw me for who I am, not what I own. Reporters gasped. He continued, my father may have destroyed Harold Langston's career. But I will not destroy his daughter's life. If the cost of truth is power, then so be it. Lucas Blackwell resigned that day. Not in shame, but in defiance. He walked away from Blackwell Global, and walked straight into Emma's building. She opened the door. I don't need an empire, he told her. I just need one person who makes the world feel honest. Emma's eyes welled up. You lost everything for me, she whispered. Lucas smiled. No. I found everything because of you. They didn't live in penthouses anymore. The headlines faded. The empire was passed to men with hungrier eyes. But love, true, brutal, soul-bearing love, remained. Because sometimes, the richest man is the one who chooses the truth.